How many times do you think that you've been lied to today? Go ahead and take a guess, because the answer might shock you. Studies show that on the low end, that number is somewhere around 10 times. And on the high end, that number could be up to 200 times in just one day. You are being lied to constantly. And what's worse, your lie detection capabilities are definitely not 100%. In fact, studies show that they could be anywhere from 50% wrong to 75% wrong. This video is meant to put the odds back in your favor, because there are things that you are probably not taught that can help you become a human lie detector, or at least a better one. And I want to cover those 4 things, plus touch on some examples of some masterful liars getting caught in the act. So let's start with the first thing, the one that everyone wants to know, which is, what is the body language that indicates lying? Now, unfortunately, there really isn't one thing that is going to 100% of the time tell you someone's lying. When you're looking to detect lying in terms of body language, what you're looking for are tells of stress with regards to a particular subject or topic. And what that means is that reading stress in the body is actually much easier than reading deception, right? Stress comes through in a lot of different ways, and you can see it in pacifying behaviors. So that might be rubbing of the arm. If they're sitting, you can see people rub their leg. You'll see people start to touch right here. That's a pacifying behavior. You want to see people chew on their lip, cross their arms, purse their lips, give you one of those. All of these things create a lowered, like trying to calm yourself down response. And we do that in response to stress. Now, there's one thing that is classic when people feel stress, and it's called blocking. That means putting anything between themselves and the thing that is causing them stress. So the classic lying example of blocking would be this. Blocking the mouth, could be covering the eyes, or it could be an object, right? Right at the time that you're asking them if they're lying, they got to whip their phone out, or they simply move something in between you and them on the desk. Blocking is very common, and I want to show you 2 videos of blocking. The first one is a little boy doing some physical blocking with the hands, and the second one is a little girl moving herself in between an object to create some distance between her mom, who is grilling her.
Who got the paint out? Brother did?
Wait, let me see it again. You didn't do that? Speak up.
I didn't do this.
You still didn't do this? I know you did it. Nani?
I'm not lying.
Now, I mentioned earlier that there isn't just one body language motion that indicates a lie, but actually, there is one that comes close, and it is the micro expression of a smile within a story that otherwise doesn't warrant a smile. And this is called duping delight. And what this is, first off, a micro expression, is when some sort of expression registers on someone's face for less than a second and is quickly contained. And the reason that this happens is that the part of your brain that is responsible for emotions, happy, sad, whatever it is, that moves a fraction of a second faster than the part of your brain that is responsible for lying. So when you tell a lie, there's actually this visceral joy in getting away and getting what you want, which registers for a second as a smile. But then the part of your brain telling the lie kicks in and goes, don't do that, and quickly shuts it down. So it looks something, I'll try my best, like this. Finish the story. And then people often purse their lips. So I want to show you a quick example of that, and it's better than I can do, which is, again, another young girl master liar here, who the context of this is that she wants attention from her mother, and for months and months and months, she has pretended to have these crippling foot cramps so that her mom will come rub her feet and give her attention. Pay attention to her face as soon as her mom starts to touch her feet, and she gets what she wants.
Oh, Teddy, can you give it a rest, hon, please? Let's play cars.
If you start to see some tells of stress, maybe some duping delight on someone's face, you're going to want to follow up with them verbally and ask very directly, hey, did you do that thing that I asked you not to do? And in this case, you want to listen very carefully to their verbal response, because people don't like to lie. And the third thing that will help you catch a liar is that they often redirect direct questions to some other topic, or they half answer them. For instance, if I go up to someone and I say, hey, did you take my money? They might respond by saying, oh my God, I'm not that kind of a person. Or how could you even ask that of me? And then pull out their phone and immediately block, right? These sorts of things are called redirects. Do they immediately indicate guilt? Absolutely not. But what we find in liars is that they try to tell as much of the truth as possible until they are pushed to the brink. Will they flat out lie? Absolutely. But sometimes they'll even add qualifiers on the end of their denials. So I say, hey, did you take my money? They'll go, no, I didn't take your money out of your wallet. When really they took money off of the kitchen table or whatever it was. So I've got another video here. The context is that there's this young boy who has clearly made a mess, and his dad asks him, who did this? And he answers a completely different question. It seems exaggerated, but the truth is kids have the same strategies as adults. We are just better at masking them and telling more elaborate stories.
Stretching.
You know what happened?
I can stretch.
You were stretching?
Uh-huh.
How did the cabinet fall?
I can put it back up.
How did it fall?
I can put it back up.
How did it fall?
I can put it back up there.
I believe you, but what happened?
So at this point, let's say that you've seen a tell. Maybe you've seen that duping delight. When asked, they've said, how could you even ask that of me? Now you're kind of put in a pickle. So when it comes down to it, you can always go at the, listen, I'm having a hard time understanding what happened. Can you tell me? And then the fourth thing that you're looking for is to see if this person can recreate the events of what actually happened out of sequential order. Liars, whether they're making it up on the spot or they've rehearsed it, often have done this before, and they've done it chronologically, right? So it can make sense chronologically. But when you ask them, so wait a second, how was the money over here at the end? And then when did you walk into the room? And what happened later? When you take them out of order, you can oftentimes trip them up. So, of course, another little example, a fun one here, which is really easy to bust because he's a 5-year-old boy. Here's a boy who took cookies out of the cookie jar and blamed it on the dog. And watch as the story unravels as different elements don't add up.
Did she get the cookies upstairs?
I don't know. I wasn't watching her.
How did she open the lid?
How was it? Maybe she opened it with her teeth.
She opened the lid with her teeth?
Yeah.
Then she ate some cookies? How did she put the lid back on?
She jumped on it.
She jumped on the bowl of cookies to put the lid back on.
So there you have it. That is how to spot a master liar of any age. Now, obviously I had some fun picking out the videos today. They entertained me, and I hope they entertain you as well. But the truth is, kids and adults lie in the same way. So the same 4 things that I gave you today will work across the age group. First off, you're paying attention for any sort of pacifying or blocking behavior with regards to a specific subject. If it differs from their baseline and all of a sudden they start blocking or pacifying, pay more attention. Second, duping delight. That is the quick flash and then the containment of a smile with a story that shouldn't have a smile in it. Third, difficulty in outright denying that they did something wrong. Any sort of verbal jujitsu, that means you need to dig deeper. And then, of course, fourth, you're paying attention to see if they can reconstruct their version of events outside of chronological order. If they think about it here, it's fine, but it needs to make logical, consistent sense. So, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video, and maybe we'll start detecting some of those 200 lies that you might be hearing every single day. If you've enjoyed this one, go ahead, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We have tons of videos on how to boost your charisma, your confidence, and of course your ability to read social situations. So if you never want to miss one of those, click subscribe and you'll see us on your homepage every single week. Hope that you've enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.
Eccoti qui uno dei video presi dalla Carisma University in cui Charlie, l'autore, ci spiega come fare una fantastica prima impressione. Molti non lo sanno, ma alla fine sono semplicemente 4 emozioni che bisogna controllare e suscitare nell'altra persona nell'ordine giusto. L'ordine è fondamentale, qui molti si sbagliano invertendo queste 4 emozioni e rovinandosi completamente da soli. Cliccando nel link che comparirà adesso avrai accesso a questo video lasciando la tua mail e avrai accesso anche al gruppo di Carisma Comando su Facebook che abbiamo creato per mettere in contatto tutti gli appassionati di self-improvement. Anche questo è molto importante perché spesso non sappiamo con chi esercitarci, visto che non tutti hanno la nostra passione, e abbiamo bisogno di qualche feedback. Ecco, se stai cercando qualcosa di questo tipo, il gruppo fa per te lo posso garantire, sta venendo fuori un bel progettino e si sta popolando di persone molto ma molto interessanti. Ti consiglio di darci un occhio, ci vediamo dentro e ciao a tutti al prossimo video!